my God, it's me, Allie Novak. Not really, Kate Jenkinson. I play Allie Novak. It's a fictional character. But I'm here, and I'm ready to talk if you want to ask me questions.
Yeah, Kate Jenko's here, guys. And she's our 7th victim for the season of our interrogation room. And I know you're all super excited and it's already starting to go crazy because you have been waiting a long time.
I'm excited too.
For Kate to be grilled. So you know the jam now because you've obviously spoken to Seals and you've spoken to Tammy, and I'm pretty hard interrogator. Like, I get to the hard questions.
I know. They warned me that it was going to be a tough night.
Pretty tough.
To bring my tissues, and I have. And it's already got my makeup and mascara all over it.
Yeah. Kate's actually already been crying with the prep questions that I was
crying
asking
at my own scenes. So uncool.
Well, let's get straight into it. Wow, episodes just keep going from strength to strength this season. So we watched poor Juice lose her tongue last week, and this week we watched Allie's failed, I guess, attempt at finally getting the courage to hotshot the freak.
I know. She thought she was being so smart too. Poor Allie.
But
she really put all of her
put everything into it.
She really did.
I mean, she plotted the revenge very strategically from the having the girls worried and staging almost an intervention and having to lie to all, like, her family.
Yeah, she needed a good cover for her, getting the drugs and everything.
She was acting skills superb. If she gets out of the clink, she should maybe go into acting.
I think she should. She'll probably take all of my jobs.
Yeah. Because she was really having the freak and everyone convinced that she had just gone back to being a junkie, I guess, and that's how she's dealing with her grief. And even to the point in that scene where, you just felt for her so much when the freak made her burn her B-book.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she'd come this far. This is the thing, is that I think Allie, she made an attempt on Ferguson's life in episode 1, and she did such a bad job of it. Going after the freak with just brute strength, it was never going to work. And so Allie was smart enough to know that if she was going to do this, that she had to be smart about it. And so she was, she's been plotting this since episode 1, and she really thought that she knew what she was doing, and she had come so far. She had enough gear from her experience on the streets to know that she had enough to kill someone like Ferguson who'd never used drugs before. And so she had to, it was the difference between burning that book. It was the choice of having enough drugs to kill Ferguson or not. And I think Allie had come that far, and it was so important to her, I think, to give B justice. I think she had to go through with it, and, she couldn't have... It couldn't have been a tougher decision, but she went.
No, and I mean, it was so gut-wrenching in a sense too, because she tried to, give the book to Liz, like that's her one thing that she cared about.
She really had thought of everything.
Yeah, and it's just, and I guess the toxicity and the vileness of the freak as well is in knowing this is sort of like the Achilles heel of where I'm gonna get you, just for you to get your drugs. It's
exactly,
pure
and
nastiness.
Exactly, and it's kind of like doubly painful too, because it's not only all of Allie's memories of B, it's B's memories too, of her family and her time with the women in Wentworth. And so it was not only Allie was destroying her part of B, whatever she had left of B, she was destroying what B had, like B's legacy that she'd left in prison too. So it was pretty nasty of that.
And how is that to film? Because I guess, B's been such an integral part of the series, and that was kind of the last, I guess, visual of B.
Yeah.
What was the sort of vibe around that scene?
It kind of actually made it easier to film, knowing that, because Danielle actually did a lot of the artwork for that you see in her sketchbook. She's an incredible artist herself. So a lot of the artwork was stuff that Dan had actually done, and it was just infused with so much love from the character and from Dan herself. It was kind of easy to feel completely shit about having to burn all of that to cinders.
Wow, so you actually burnt the legit drawings.
I think, they had to make a whole bunch of extras because obviously you have to film scenes a bunch of times. But I think there are some I think there were some Danielle Cormack originals in there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So we've burned the book, and basically she's come in and find her room ransacked, and thank God they didn't find the stash and it all be for nothing.
Yes.
And then we get to the shower scene. So we just rewatched it again because it's pretty epic. And let's unpack the whole thing from from working with Pamela and the incredible beast that Pamela is, that she plays such a narcissistic, vile, twisted human being, but she's the complete polarized opposite of that, you know, as a person.
Yes.
What's it like filming, not like all scenes, but particularly that sort of gravity scene with her this episode?
It was brilliant. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity to do something so beastly and epic with Pamela Rabe, who, I mean, she'd probably cringe in a corner if she heard me proclaim her as a genius, but she really is. I mean, there aren't many actors of her caliber in the world, I don't think. She's just magnificent. And she elevates the show to such a different level. So on that level, it was incredible, and I made sure that I savoured every single minute of it. But on a more practical level, it was intensely uncomfortable, and I just remember it taking hours to film, and I remember I needed to pee so badly, but I just kept on holding on because I had all of this wet clothing on. Obviously, I couldn't get dry again. And I couldn't face the thought of going into the toilets, taking all of my wet clothes on, peeing, and putting them all back on again. So I ended up just peeing in the shower. I think I announced it to the crew. I'm like, guys, I'm going to pee.
It's happening.
I was so cold too that I think the peeing on myself actually helped.
And we were talking earlier too, just that adds to the gravity of the scenes, and particularly big scenes like that are shock scenes. And I think that audiences have come to expect the unexpected when it comes to Wentworth,
yes.
But they're still surprised when they see these shocking epic scenes. And you know where we're at with Ep 7, we saw 5, which was the Kaz and Will.
The brawler,
the brawler, and then we saw the tongue with Juicy Lucy, and now we're seeing this. It's like, where do you pull these storylines out from? Do you guys feel the same when you read the scripts?
Yes. Yeah, it's incredible. And I mean, I'm always majorly impressed when I read the scripts. Then impressed slightly more when we have a read through and all of the actors put their voices to it, and then impressed again when we're on set and I see what an amazing job the art department have done, and the, hair and makeup and producers, writers, directors, all of it. And then again when you see it back like we just did live just before, it's such a collaboration that makes the show what it is, and it's pretty amazing to be a part of.
Yeah, it really is. And before we repackage all this episode up, so Allie obviously failed. The freak said some pretty nasty things to her.
Her lover died for nothing. That was really
That
cold.
was harsh, and it's kind of left us going, well, what's the freak got in store for Allie? Because she could have taken her out there and then, but she was like,
Yeah, well, I think the freak did the ultimately cruel thing. In that moment, I think Allie wanted nothing more than to die. I think she truly wanted that needle in her neck, and she wanted it all to be over. I really believe that. And I think that the freak, being the freak, picked up on that, and she said, no, death is the easy way out for you, and you're going to suffer. And not only that, you're going to suffer with the knowledge that your lover, your
the reason you're here doing
kindred spirit killed herself because she thought you were dead, and she died for nothing. Like, that doesn't get any worse than that.
I know. And then we see this, like, that's why you came on crying and I was getting tears. This just dishevelled and broken Allie.
Yes.
Like everything, she gave everything for that one shot.
Yeah.
And it didn't go to plan. And it's just like, what do I actually have left? And then Frankie comes in and is just like, fuck this bullshit. Like, you're coming with me. Let's make a pact. Like, you deserve to be happy.
And I think, God love Frankie. I think she sees in that moment that Allie is, to quote Elton John, a candle in the wind. And just like, she's so close to just jumping off a cliff, and she needs a lifeline, anything to bring her back. And Frankie throws her that lifeline, and I think if it wasn't for Frankie in that moment, Allie would probably have found some way to exit that night. But
because what does she have?
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing. I think that Allie was holding out really to kill Ferguson, and she hasn't been able to do it. She's tried once foolishly and once incredibly intelligently, and neither have worked. So I really thank God Frankie saved her in that moment.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful way to end, though. Like, it's such a big ep for Allie, and we saw a full story, like, sort of go full circle. But it was nice to end, I don't want to say a high note, but with hope.
There's some hope, yes.
Yeah. Incredible episode, and kudos to you because, Allie's just a character that everyone is just so enthralled with and just loving having on their screens.
Yeah.
And she's been so diverse in her journey over the last 2 seasons. So, and we all love her. And the fans absolutely adore her. So I'm seeing all of your questions, guys, and I'm going to come to them. You know, you're going to get to have your Q&A with Kate.
You guys ask the best questions.
Oh, they do. You see how many are coming through. I'm just like, in a second, guys, in a second. So that's this week's ep. But let's just quickly, before we move on, because we have to, we said goodbye to Dawes. And you and I chatted about this.
We did.
How nice it was to finally have
a happy
ending.
I know.
Like, is this true? Has Wentworth actually given someone a storyline that's a happy ending?
Well, look, I mean, who knows? Things can happen, but I think so. I think that what makes the show wonderful is that there is light and shade and peaks and troughs and all of that kind of thing. And I think, the show would just be bleak if everybody died heartbroken. But yeah, so I think Doreen really deserved her happy ending. She was a good person, and she she made some bad decisions, but she really deserved freedom, and she deserved to be with her family. And yeah, it was a beautiful scene. It
was nice. I thought it was a nice highlight for the episode.
Me too.
Now here's the tough stuff. We're talking about Kate. This is all about you, this little section. So let's start with, I guess, these are some questions that sort of like we did our Q&A last year.
Mm-hmm.
We did with
with ATCO.
Yeah, with ATCO. And then we get so many questions come through, and I sort of compile them and hold on to them for when we get chances to do this. So this is sort of some of the top of thought questions that people like to ask.
Cool.
So one of them is the evolution of Allie, which we just sort of touched on, from last season to this season.
Mm-hmm.
Talk us through your approach going into this season, because last season was a big season for Allie. There was lots of peaks and troughs, like you said. It ended on a very down note.
Yes.
And I guess you, playing the role, would have had to enter into season 5 in a different headspace than where you had left off in season 4, or where that Bea and Allie happiness almost was. Like, the tragedy didn't come till the last ep. So can you talk us through your approach this season?
Well, in a way, season 5 has kind of been easier because Allie had to become the doer as opposed to the person that things happen to. In season 4, she simply put, she entered the prison, she saw someone, and she found this person, and she fell in love, and then some bad stuff happened. To kind of really give the Cliff's Note version of it. But in season 5, all of that is flipped upside down, and she actually has an agenda, whereas I think in season 4 she didn't have an agenda. She just wanted to love and be loved. So in season 5 she has an objective, and a pretty powerful one. I think wanting to murder someone, wanting to see the demise of a human is a pretty strong objective to play with as an actor. So it was kind of, in a way, kind of easier in season 5 to have that overriding determination to bring down the freak.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't think of it that way. When you were first presented with this character of Allie Novak, what were your first thoughts?
Oh man, it was so long ago. I don't have a very good long-term memory. I remember thinking, I kind of just remember thinking that she seemed like, when I initially read the scripts, that she kind of seemed like just an adorable puppy that was just looking for the right owner. And she had a few bad owners in her life, I think. That's how I always imagined Allie to be, just this poor, abused puppy that had some really bad owners. She was probably locked up outside in the cold weather, and then she found Kaz, and then Kaz was like a really wonderful foster mother, but then she found Bea, and Bea was like her perfect, I don't want to say master, but Bea was the perfect fit for Allie's puppy, and I think that they were just the perfect partnership. And so I don't know, I just always imagined Allie as this kind of lovable but damaged creature.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's what the producers thought, but that's what I did.
No, I think that makes sense. I think that absolutely makes sense. So in saying that, do you have a favourite scene that you filmed to date?
Oh man, I mean the shower scene with Ferguson has got to be up there, just in terms of a kind of epic drama. Yeah, I'm going to say that.
Yeah, because I mean, there's been some, like, Ali's been, like you said too, like she's sort of just gone along, but she's been involved in some pretty epic scenes. Because there's also the I think it was Ep 8 last season where the freak attempted to kill B.
Yes.
There was that actual scene as well. Like this, and then there's actually when the freak hotshotted Ali. Like there's been some pretty intense scenes that you've had to play as Ali. She's got into action quite a little bit.
Yeah, actually, and if I had to, ironically, I think if I had to pick a second favourite scene or another favourite scene, it would be the polar opposite. It would be the seahorse scene with B, where there's absolutely no drama. It's just all love and connection and hope blossoming. So, yeah, we've got love and hope and then trying to murder with syringe on the other hand.
Same.
Yeah, same, but different.
So there's another one that I'm just trying to get through all these ones before you guys. Your guys' questions are coming in thick and fast, and don't worry, we're keeping note of them. Before we get on to the thing that I wanted to talk to you about, is this is a quick question from our friend our friend Leah from Wentworth.
Oh, hi, Leah.
We love Leah. Because you know she's a Perth girl.
I do. Well. Perth girls represent.
And she just wants to know, like, I'm going to say this is how she says it because I don't know. I'm not a Perth girl. North or south of the river?
South. Oh, yeah, south. I mean, I'm a south side girl for sure. Yeah, but I studied drama north side. But no, I'm going to say south side. I was born and raised south side.
There you go, Leah.
I hope that's acceptable.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure everybody in Perth does. So, moving on, just before we move completely on, you're very passionate about a number of active different things, and I wanted to give you this time to talk about this really cool project that you're working on currently.
Yeah.
And talk to people how they can get involved.
Yeah, I am. I'm working with an amazing organisation at the moment called Oak Tree, the Oak Tree Foundation, and we're doing, they have an annual fundraising event called Live Below the Line, and I'm hosting my own Dine Below the Line challenge where I've invited a whole bunch of you guys to come and dine with me. And 7 lucky people have already won a spot at my dining table, but there is actually one more spot available at the dinner table, and the dinner is going to be happening this Saturday. So if you want to win that spot, you have to bid right now. The lines are open now, and you can still win a spot, but you have to be big, guys. And also, if you can't make it to the dinner, you can also win a signed hoodie if you make a bid of $500 or more, and it's all for an epic cause. So we'd love you to get behind that. You can click the link in my Instagram bio if that doesn't make sense.
And we'll post the link at the bottom of this feed as well, so people can find it really easy. Cool. All right, it's game time, guys. So we play this little game. We've got a little paddle here, innocent or guilty.
Nice.
And I'm going to ask you some questions, and you don't have to elaborate if you don't wish.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask some questions, and you need to say innocent or guilty.
Okay, great.
Okay. Ready?
I feel the pressure to be right, even though there is no right or wrong.
There is no right or wrong.
But there always is a right. It's like it's not a competition, but it is a competition.
But it is. Well, let's see. I'll tell you how you're faring if you're answering the same as what previous people have answered, or if you're a standout and you're the first person that has this answer.
Okay, no pressure.
Everyone really keeps sort of going suit. I'm very surprised with this. Okay. Have you ever been in a fight? Like a punch-up, full punch-up fight?
Yes, and it wasn't even my fight. So I saw 2 guys punching on in the middle of Melbourne CBD about 10 years ago, and I was so horrified by it, and there was like a ring of people around them just watching, and I was so horrified and incensed that I got in the middle and I started screaming like a banshee. I'm like, why is nobody helping? Why is nobody stopping this? And so I got in the middle. I had like a hero moment, and I tried to get in the middle and it just didn't work. I ended up getting punched. I think I yelled at one point, "You're animals!" So yes, I have gotten into a fight, and it wasn't even mine.
Have you ever called into work sick because you were hungover? Innocent. That seems to be a trait with all of you actors. Mm-hmm. Do you have any tattoos? Yes. You're the first person that has a tattoo other than socks, really? Which is visible. Mm.
Yeah. Well, I do have one, but it's kind of invisible because I got it in white ink.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah.
That is cool.
Mm.
Do you sing in the shower? Innocent.
Absolutely.
No, other way.
Oh, hang on.
Do you sing in the shower? Guilty or
Yeah.
innocent? It's guilty.
Yeah.
Love a sing in the shower.
Oh, God, yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever been arrested? Innocent.
No.
Have you ever sent a text to the wrong person?
Yes. But I don't, like, I wish it was, like, something cool, like, I wish that there was some kind of salacious story to go with it, but no, it's just been like, oh, sorry, Mum, that was meant for my friend Alicia.
I do it all the time, but in Messenger, because you go from Messenger to oh, it's really bad. Have you ever been totally freaked out by a fan?
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate, or do you want to leave it right there in case they are still freaking you out?
Actually, no. I'm going to change my answer.
No?
I probably should have been freaked. I probably should be freaked out by many of the happenings that happen in the fandom. But no, I find you all utterly charming and lovely and generous. And
do you know what I love, Kate, is that I love watching your Instagram stories where you unpack all the letters and all the gifts and all the things that your fans give. And it's so lovely for them to see that you actually take the time to read it and then post about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so incredibly thoughtful. I mean, I never take the time to actually put pen to paper and write a letter. And you always say the nicest, most generous things. So no, I've never been freaked out. I've only ever been inspired and, really kind of humbled by your enthusiasm. So thank you.
I love seeing what all your fans send you.
Me too.
Have you ever done a nudie run?
Oh my God, yeah, absolutely. I went to drama school. I basically lived in the nude for 4 years.
Have you ever re-gifted a gift?
Yes.
You all are doing this, re-gifting gift stuff. You probably one of you might end up giving the gift back to the same person because you're all re-gifters.
I just call it recycling. Okay. I'm just trying to be earth conscious.
Have you ever considered being on a reality series? No?
No,
we're not going to see you on the Real Housewives of Melbourne.
Slice off my own ears. Well, I mean, I guess it'd have to be the right kind of thing. If there was some sort of reality TV show where people just gave me money for sitting on the couch eating Cheetos, then yes, I would consider being on that.
You could possibly do Gogglebox if you just commented on TV shows. That's kind of that.
Yeah. The thing is my credibility as an actor would be completely shot. So I'd have to get paid so much money that I'd be able to leave this career and be like, okay.
Just be like, I don't care what I do to myself.
I'm going to Tijuana. See you all.
Have you ever forgotten your lines?
Yes. Guilty.
Have you ever had a crush on a castmate?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know a single actor where that hasn't happened. I mean, we work with incredibly gorgeous people for a job, and you're paid to fall in love with them on screen. So yes, it happens.
It happens. Have fans ever mistaken you for somebody else?
Yes. I don't know whether I'm guilty or innocent.
You're guilty.
I'm guilty if yes. Okay. So yes, I was printed on a flyer in a program for a play as Kate Atkinson before I even knew Kate Atkinson. So yes, I have been mistaken for another.
That's funny.
Actor. Yeah.
And the last one, have you ever gone commando?
No, not today, but yes, actually at the Logies, I have. There was no room
because look at that dress.
There was no option for undergarments.
All right, guys, the time that you have all been waiting for, the time that you love most is when I throw to you. Have a sip of water, Kate, because this is where these guys ask some seriously intense questions. They're better than me.
Holy shit. All right, I'm ready.
Interrogating, and it's going to be big. So bear with me, guys. You always know how crazy it is, so I am going to get to as many questions as I can. So this is from Chloe Marie.
Hi, Chloe Marie.
Who's the messiest cast member on set?
Everyone's pretty... I feel like everyone's pretty neat. God, who's messy? Maybe Charlie, who plays Tina. She always leaves her half-eaten sandwiches and coffee mugs around. I think it's quite cute, actually.
Bianca, I'm going to try and pronounce it, Becca Balliance. Why didn't Allie press the syringe down? She had it in her neck. Why didn't she press it down?
I don't know. She did. I just think that maybe the freak has shark skin or something and it didn't penetrate. Look, we were in the shower. It was slippery. There was probably soap.
I thought the freak was going down too. The freak was like some sort of like I don't even know how to describe it. Like inhuman person that's like stood up and then like pulled it out of her neck like Frankenstein.
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
Very, like,
I think she's got some alien blood in her. I'm not convinced.
This is from... these names are so beautiful and very hard to pronounce. I don't want to say them wrong. Kiana Redman. Hi, Kate. I love you so much. You look stunning.
Oh, thank you, Kiana.
You have seriously broken my heart this season. You're phenomenal. If you could break an inmate out of prison for a day, who would it be and what would you do?
Oh my God, this is such a good question. God, I wish I could think about this and give a really good answer. Break it. I would break Frankie out because she is innocent and she will be able to prove her innocence if she can get out and get some information. So I'd break Frankie out.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
This is from Peter. With Rebel Wilson bringing Wentworth into your life, do you hope she gets a role on the show?
God, yes. I would love for Rebel to be on Wentworth. Yeah, I'll talk to her agent. Absolutely.
New character.
What kind of role would she play?
Season 6, guys, keep an eye out. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I'm down. That's a great idea. I'll ask her.
This is from... Oh, what happened down? This is from Nala. Do you keep watching the show even though you're starring in it?
Yes, and I'm kind of even more invested now than I was before when I was just a fan. I mean, I was addicted, don't get me wrong, before I was in the show. But yeah, now I kind of have a more vested interest because I guess Allie has gotten under my skin slightly, and we were watching the episode, Kelly and I, before. And I want the best for her and for all of the characters, apart from maybe Ferguson and Juicy. She's gross. But yeah, no, I do. I have a far more vested interest in the show now.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard though when you play the character and then you have to rewatch yourself as well.
Yeah, I never enjoy watching myself on screen, but you know, you can't get used to it.
All of you are the same though. When you watch, you're all so much more invested and you're so supportive of each other. And you're like, oh, that was so great, Seals. Oh, that was so great, Tommy. I love watching it with you to hear all you guys say.
Yeah, they're a talented bunch.
This is from Patrick. Okay. Before you started on the show, you knew there was a chance for some romance. Since B was straight at the time, did you have any idea that it would be with B?
Yes. When I auditioned for the show, I knew that the character was going to be introduced as a love interest for B, the character. And Danielle and I actually did a chemistry test together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I knew that that character was going to have a romance with B. Yeah.
This is from Dharma. Can you relate to Allie at all? Not in the ways of her past experiences, but in some of her personality traits.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Allie, I mean, as we saw the freak say so cruelly to Allie in the shower, Allie is attracted to strong women, and not just sexually. I think she is attracted to women who have a strong aura, and I certainly am as well. All of my wonderful friends, female friends, are smart, successful, funny, intelligent, generous, warm women who are kind of these epic goddesses, and I'm definitely attracted to humans like that. But my girlfriends, I look for those qualities in them, so I relate to Allie in that respect.
Oh, and this is from KJ.
KJ, great initials.
I know. Who is your celebrity crush?
My gosh. Okay, male. My male celebrity crush, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit, but it's John Mayer. I know he's such a douchebag, but he's so hot.
It's his music? Is that what?
It's his. Yeah, I really do like his music. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna let's pretend that never happened.
We'll edit that out because it's not live.
But no, I'm going to say Prince.
Ooh,
may he rest in
that's a
peace.
good one.
Yes.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
This is from Charlotte. When you came to Wentworth, did you make it? Oh, sorry, wait. Did you make a connection? Sorry, it's going faster. When you came to Wentworth, did you make a connection with being on the right? So she wants to know. It's a bit. She wants to know if you made a connection with Kate Atkinson and Robbie before Offspring. Which doesn't make sense, really, does it?
Was Robbie on Offspring? Is that the...
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Sorry, Charlotte. Do you want to repost it again for me, and I'll look it back in the feed, and I'll go again?
Yeah, post it again, Charlotte. Yeah, we'll get back to you.
We can work out what it is.
I want to give you the best answer possible.
We want to make sure we answer your question. We kind of know this one, but let's say it again. Marita, who's the mama of the cast?
And that's so interesting because I think everyone would say Celia, right? Mm-hmm. I feel, for me, it's Tammy. But that's just for me. She's my mama.
She's your mama.
Yeah.
This is from Robin. What type of twisted scenes would you like to see if you had a choice?
Jeez, that's a really good question. And I'll answer with something that was posed as a potential storyline for Allie in season 5. So Allie's whole kind of plot to get close to the freak originally was going to be somewhat sexually charged. So Allie was going to use her kind of history as a top dog whore to kind of offer herself to Ferguson in, I guess, a sexual way. And originally there was a potential idea that there would be some kind of I guess like a sexual nature to how Allie got close to the freak. And it was nixed in the end, I think, because the producers perhaps thought it was too twisted, but I personally, and I know Pam, we really wanted to explore that, because I mean, how nuts would that have been? But great, but disgusting, but awesome, but I want to watch, but I don't want to watch, but...
it would have had the fans screaming,
yes,
but just not able to look away.
No, but I mean, Wentworth does that stuff so well, so I'm a bit bummed that never got to happen.
No, that is cool. Here's one from Katarina. Who would you want to be top dog?
With the existing cast members, Boomer. How fun! Oh, but then everyone to get bashed.
Or they just eat Monte Carlos all the time.
Liz, because then we'd all get to drink.
Yes.
I know she's technically sober now, but we just all get to drink. Yeah, Liz.
Liz. Oh, Lizzie. Guys, these questions are so good. Eugenia just says, I just want to drink wine with you.
Should we tell them the room number? Come, Eugenia.
This is from Talia. What has been your favourite season to watch so far?
Oh, good question. 4. I'm going to say 4. I loved all of 1, 2, and 3, and I kind of was able to enjoy that because I wasn't a part of it, so I was able to just enjoy it completely separate to myself. But I'll say 4 because I, for many reasons, was very, very invested in the ballet story.
Yeah, where we all, guys. This is from Reese. Hi, Kate. Could you give us just one word to sum up next week's F?
Is it bad that I forgot?
It's F8.
Oh my god.
That's the word. Oh my god.
Oh, Frally.
Ooh. This is from Anna. I'm moving straight on to that. I'm going to get in trouble. You had amazing chemistry with Danielle. Do you feel as though you can find that sort of electric chemistry with anyone else on the show?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, all of the cast are incredibly talented. So yes, you can, that's part of your job. You've got to pretend that you are in love with people that you're friends with and all that kind of crazy stuff. So yes, but yeah, no, I mean, it was very special. I think Dan and I were very lucky to be able to work with each other. And yeah, no, I agree that I think it was a special chemistry, and it's
really was.
Yeah, it's so lovely when that happens, when you don't have to pretend to love someone.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a quite interesting one from Mark. Do we ever get to see an Allie backstory?
I truly don't know the answer to that. I hope so. Because she's got a pretty interesting backstory.
Yeah.
So I would like to see some of it. I have a feeling that we might, or at least get some insight into what happens.
Well, we haven't yet, have we? You know what? Actually, Sigrid and I were talking about this last week, because we haven't for Allie, but we also have never seen a backstory for Boomer as well.
No.
Which is 2 prominent characters that, they've got very driven storylines, very definite personality traits, but we don't actually know what got them to where they are.
Yeah, ironically, I was talking to Katrina about this today, and I think I personally want to know what happened in Boomer's previous life.
Yeah, it's really interesting. This is so cute. Shelby wants to know, Kate, can you please tell my 8-year-old daughter Chloe it's bedtime?
Chloe, it is actually bedtime. If I wasn't doing this, I would absolutely be in bed. So Chloe, go to bed.
So many great questions, guys. Here's one from Kath. How many hours is a typical day on set, and have you ever had to sleep there?
Sometimes I wish I could sleep there because we do often do quite epically long hours, and it would kind of make sense just to curl up in a cell and then wake up early the next morning. No, we've never slept on set. But, I mean, the crew are there for, 13 hours every day. The actors don't tend to have to be there that long, fortunately, because, it just depends. You can have a 14-hour day or you could have a 3-hour day, depending on how many scenes you're filming that day.
This is another one from Leah from Wentworth Memes. What helps you bring out your emotions in the sad scenes throughout the show? Like, where do you draw your emotion from?
I think with the Bea and Allie storyline, it was kind of easy in that the whole set environment is infused with Danielle and Bea, the character of Bea. So it was kind of easy to draw that grief from my surroundings. So in this case, it was kind of easy because all I had to do was open up that sketchbook and I kind of saw everything that I loved about that character Bea, and so it kind of made it easy for me.
Yeah, I see that. Here's one from Louise. Have you ever had to be romantically involved or intimate with someone you don't like?
Yes,
in your career.
I have, and it's awkward. Yeah, actually, it's not been so bad because I had to be married to someone once that I really didn't like, but I kind of had to be scared of them in the scene, so it sort of worked. It
wasn't like you were declaring your love for them.
Yes, but then it makes it so much better when you finally get to have a romance with someone that you adore off screen as well,
and you see it on screen.
Yeah,
when it seems realistic and authentic. Okay, guys, start sending in your last questions because we're getting towards the end of this bit. This is from Ash Shepherd. How did you find playing a drug addict? I'm going to start again. How did you find playing a drug addict and having to keep going? Did you have to keep going over and over it until you were happy? Was it hard to play?
Yes, because I have to, it was something that I could not draw on from past experience. Actors can kind of think back to a time where they were sad if they're having to do a sad scene, but I can't think back to that time I was a drug addict to help me with this because I was never a drug addict. So yeah, it's difficult because you are kind of making it up and just drawing on what you've the research that you've done and everything. So yeah, it's tricky, but you're so well supported on a show like Wentworth. You have incredible hair and makeup. A team that make you look like you're on drugs. The set helps. The music, Kelly and I were discussing the music before. It all, you're so supported by all of the departments around you that it kind of it makes your job a little bit easier.
It elevates it. Here's a cool one, just because we've never had a cool question like this. Thanks, Fee. What song on your phone are you playing on repeat at the moment?
King Kunta by Kendrick Lamar.
That's random.
Yes, I also know every single word.
Oh, really?
Which is kind of
because we know that you love to rap, you see.
I do, and that is a rap, yeah.
Yeah, lots of people are saying, tell Kate to rap, we want to rap, but
well,
I've been scobbing over them.
I could rap King Kunta, but it's quite rude, so I don't think I should. Sorry, Kendrick.
All right, one last question, guys. I know you've got so many, and they've all been fabulous. I'm going to pick one out of a hat. Let's find a good, really, really good one.
These questions are so good.
I know, that's why it's so hard for me when they're like shoop, 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 coming in so quick and fast.
Kelly's the master of this, by the way. Like, if you could see her right now, she's like some kind of sorcerer with her keyboard. I don't know how you do it.
It's all fake news. Last one is going to be from Jaden Leroy. Hi, Kate. Have you ever considered taking on Hollywood?
Yes, and I have, and I did quite well. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, that's all we have time for because, as you know, Kate's actually due on set in the morning, and I'm taking time out of her sleep time to have her here. So we're going to move on to. Oh, actually, before we do that, we always ask the question: what are you currently binge watching at the moment? What's your binge to your TV binge? Doesn't be at the moment, just what's your binge?
I watch the most embarrassing television shows.
That's the point of the question.
I at the moment I'm watching Lock Up, which is like an actual prison documentary.
Cool.
It's called Lock Up Raw. It's on Netflix, and it's about actual people in prison. Yeah, reality. I don't watch many TV shows. It's shameful. A lot of bad reality television shows.
And obviously lots of things on Foxtel.
Yeah, I mean, all Foxtel-based prison reality TV shows.
All right, cool. All right, this is what we call the final 15, and I give you an either-or option, and you've got to go straight into it.
Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, I feel the pressure.
Yeah, and you know what? You guys really are indecisive and want to always sit on the fence and not pick one.
Yeah, I know.
So it'll be tough.
Because actors are always like, well, I do like coffee, but I guess, on a different day it could be tea. And, what's my motivation for wanting coffee?
Well, we don't have time for that today. We are going straight in.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. Sydney or Melbourne?
Melbourne.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
B or Frankie?
B.
Phone call or text?
Phone call.
Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Passenger or driver?
Passenger, because I'm lazy.
TV or book?
Book.
Winter or summer?
Summer, absolutely. Winter can go suck with big
Balls.
lollipop.
Heels or sneakers?
Oh, both, but not heeled sneakers, because they're disgusting. I don't care what Posh Spice says, they're disgusting.
Dine in or dine out?
Dine in.
Fries or salad?
Oh my God, both.
Loud or quiet?
Quiet, definitely. Please, quiet.
Comedy or drama?
Comedy.
Sweets or savoury?
Savoury.
And then the last but not least, tea or coffee?
Tea. I've just given up coffee.
Really?
Yes, and it's turned me into a slightly bigger bitch than I was before. Yeah. Caffeine, it's an
you don't
evil,
get the same caffeine hit
it's an
from tea.
evil addiction, and I am properly addicted. Yeah, but I'm going to say tea because it's all I can drink now.
Tea.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Kate Jenko, for coming here tonight, chatting to us. Thank you all at home for all of your amazing questions and for always being so on the ball, helping me out, making my job easier.
You guys are incredible. You think of things to do with Wentworth that we never think of. So if I was wearing a hat, I'd take it off too.
Yeah, actually, you know what's really funny? Actually, just before we go, I don't remember at the Logies, Tammy kind of accused you of being the Wentworth rat. And ever since then, because people are really keen to figure out who this Wentworth rat is.
She was a little too quick to point the finger, don't you think?
I don't know, because this Wentworth rat's pretty cheeky, and I'm going to go as far as say, given that they're in a female prison, it's a girl,
okay,
and she's a bitch. And she's just abusing people left, right and centre.
Well, who's in prison and who's a bitch? Who's the biggest bitch? I mean, probably Juicy Lucy. Maybe I should put my money on her.
I think that their English is too good.
But she can't talk now because she's
maybe she can only text.
Well,
maybe that's it.
Have we solved it? Have we solved the mystery? I think maybe we have.
I don't know, but it doesn't feel like it's just not masculine enough. I feel like
should be talking about like gross things a bit more if it was Juicy Lucy.
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
I have no idea.
I actually genuinely don't know. They don't tell us these things.
They don't. But it knows spoilers. It knows stuff.
Are you going to give us a spoiler?
Well, she dropped a spoiler today. She dropped a spoiler from the episode today. Before
Really?
It went out. Yeah. Sent everyone into panic. Panic mode.
I genuinely don't know what is happening here, but I will find this rat and I will bring them down.
So I don't know if you're lying or not, because Tammy told me that you're really good at lying and that she can't tell if you're lying or telling the truth. So I was trying to interrogate you and I'm out. I don't know.
I'm like Sharon Stone in that scene from Basic Instinct where she's lying and she's like passing the lie detector test, except I'm wearing too much underwear for that scene to work.
Well, we will get to the bottom of it. We will find out who the Wentworth rat is.
Okay, let me know.
And if it's you, we'll replay this video and be like, check it out, how well Jenko lied.
Well, I mean, I am an actor. I guess I got to be somewhat good at lying.
Yeah, well, people need to start chatting to the rat and get all your spoilers and get all your content, and then maybe they can start helping me each week unravel and interrogate who the rat is.
I'm sure the people watching know who the rat is.
But
they're pretty savvy, these guys.
Well, we need to get to the bottom of it because they're leaking spoilers. We can't have that.
All
right, well, thank you so much for coming, and
pleasure.
all the best for the rest of the season, and good luck for season 6. We're so excited that we're already shooting and to see what comes out of the next season.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very exciting.
And we'll chat to you next time.
Awesome. I can't wait. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much for watching.
See ya.
Bye.